The medicalization of natural aging is one of the most pervasive and profitable examples of how the pharmaceutical and wellness industries have reshaped societal expectations, turning normal life changes into treatable conditions. What was once accepted as a universal human process, wrinkles, graying hair, reduced stamina, forgetfulness, or intermittent sleep disturbance, is increasingly framed as pathology. These experiences are no longer simply part of growing older, but rebranded as problems requiring intervention, correction, or even reversal. From age-related fatigue to hormonal imbalances, industry narratives have repositioned aging as a disease-like state, opening vast commercial opportunities under the seductive promise of eternal youth. This transformation wasn't inevitable. For most of human history, aging was considered a natural, even honorable, life stage. But as medicine advanced and consumer culture matured, industries began to identify the biological markers of aging not as signs of time, but as defects to be fixed. Gray hair became a signal of neglect rather than wisdom. Wrinkles were no longer badges of experience, but skin damage to be repaired. Hormonal shifts during menopause or andropause were redefined not as transitions, but as dysfunctions. In parallel, pharmaceutical companies, cosmetic brands, supplement manufacturers, and biohacking startups crafted a compelling narrative. Aging was not only undesirable, it was optional, treatable, or even reversible. This framing has proven to be a marketing goldmine. The global anti-aging industry is now worth over $60 billion and is projected to double in the next decade. The growth isn't driven by disease, but by fear of mortality, obsolescence, and physical decline. Products and services aimed at combating age span a dizzying range. Wrinkle creams with pharmaceutical-grade ingredients, hormone replacement therapies for aging men and women, brain supplements to restore youthful cognition, sleep aids for age-related insomnia, and cosmetic procedures marketed as rejuvenation rather than alteration. Even surgical interventions like facelifts, blepharoplasty, and hair transplants are now positioned as health-affirming decisions rather than aesthetic choices. One of the most troubling aspects of this shift is the way it distorts medical priorities. Pharmaceutical companies often fund studies designed not to cure or manage disease, but to justify treating age-related phenomena as pathological. For example, testosterone therapy has been aggressively marketed to older men who feel fatigued or experience mild sexual decline, symptoms that may reflect a normal decrease in hormone levels rather than a clinical deficiency. Yet low T was presented as a diagnosable syndrome, complete with symptoms lists, quiz-based self-assessments, and persuasive TV ads. The result was a surge in prescriptions for testosterone, many given to men who had no clear medical need, all justified by a vague promise of vitality. Sales of testosterone products exceeded $2 billion annually before safety concerns and regulatory pushback slowed the trend. The wellness industry has followed a parallel path. Unlike prescription drugs, wellness products operate in a loosely regulated environment, allowing companies to make broad claims without requiring rigorous evidence. Anti-aging supplements, ranging from collagen powders and NAD+ boosters to mushroom extracts and resveratrol, are sold as life extension tools, even when human data is weak or non-existent. These products are often bundled with lifestyle coaching, diagnostic scans, or biomarker testing, all of which add layers of scientific-sounding authority while rarely improving health outcomes. Consumers pay premiums for biooptimization packages designed to push back against the march of time, all while medical consensus on the efficacy of such interventions remains inconclusive or critical. Cosmetic dermatology and plastic surgery have also capitalized on the cultural discomfort with aging. Botox, for example, was originally approved for medical use in treating muscle spasms, but now generates billions in sales annually for smoothing facial lines. Procedures once reserved for the rich or image-conscious are now marketed to mainstream consumers as self-care, health investment, or even preventative medicine. The language has shifted from vanity to well-being, making it easier for people to justify spending large sums on maintaining a youthful appearance. While the desire to look and feel good at any age is understandable, the dangers of this medicalization trend are subtle but real. First, it pathologizes the normal, fostering unrealistic expectations and dissatisfaction with the natural aging process. Instead of empowering people to age with dignity, it encourages them to fear and fight every visible sign of time, often with expensive and proven or unnecessary treatments. Second, it shifts health resources and attention away from true aging-related diseases like Alzheimer's, osteoporosis, or cardiovascular decline, and toward cosmetic or borderline interventions with low clinical value. There's also a psychological toll. As society becomes more age-averse, older individuals are pushed to hide or fix their age-related features to remain socially or professionally relevant. This reinforces ageism and erodes self-worth, particularly for women who are disproportionately targeted by anti-aging messaging. In many cases, the solution to a person's discomfort isn't a product or procedure, but a shift in cultural perspective, something the commercial marketplace is ill-equipped to provide. Moreover, by framing aging as a disease, industries exploit the trust people place in medical authority. They blur the boundary between healthcare and consumerism, selling lifestyle products in lab-like packaging and promoting procedures as if they were essential treatments. This confuses consumers, erodes informed consent, and promotes a kind of health anxiety where the absence of youth is interpreted as the presence of illness. In the end, aging is not a failure of biology, it is biology. While medicine should absolutely focus on improving the quality of life as we age, it must resist the temptation to label every wrinkle, gray hair, or restless night as pathology. The industries profiting from this narrative have successfully transformed the ordinary into the abnormal and then sold the solution back to us at a premium. The cost is not just financial. It's a societal mindset that sees aging not as a natural evolution, but as a defect to be erased, one injection, supplement, or serum at a time.